This is VOA News. I'm Marissa Melton. Hundreds of Ukrainians heard the Orthodox Christmas service in the Ukrainian language for the first time in decades at Kyiv's 1,000-year-old Lavra Cathedral. AP correspondent Charles de Ledesma has more.
Despite the frigid temperatures of minus 10 degrees centigrade in Kyiv, worshippers have overflowed the richly decorated Dormition Cathedral, also known as the Monastery of the Caves and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Kyiv resident Alex Fisniak says honouring the reclaimed church is important to many Ukrainians.
Now we feel that this is ours. This is Ukrainian. This is part of the Ukrainian nation.
Fisniak points out the service, held in the Ukrainian language, is another significant sign that the Orthodox Church there is gaining more weight in a society that desperately aims to cut ties with Russia.
The Ukrainian nation needs to come together.
I'm Charles de Ledesma.
The UN says one of its top officials has met with the Taliban-led government's higher education minister in Afghanistan, who ordered a ban on women in Afghan universities last month. The minister says the ban is necessary to prevent the mixing of genders in universities and because he believes some subjects violate Islamic principles. There's also a ban on Afghan women working for national and international non-governmental groups. The United Nations mission in Afghanistan said Saturday that the United Nations Special Envoy called for the urgent lifting of these bans in his meeting as the country is entering a new period of crisis. This is VOA News. Iran hanged two men on Saturday for allegedly killing a member of the security forces during anti-government protests. Reuters' Freddie Joyner has more.
Iran hanged two men on Saturday for allegedly killing a member of the security forces during national protests that stemmed from the death of 22-year-old Mahsa Amini in September. Video that aired on Iranian state television Saturday showed two defendants identified as Mohammad Mehdi Karami and Syed Mohammad Hosseini, testifying in court on an unspecified date in December 2022. Both were convicted of killing Ruhollah Ajamian, a member of the Basij paramilitary force militia. 3 others have been sentenced to death in the same case, while 11 received prison sentences.
That's Reuters' Freddie Joyner reporting. Thousands of Israelis protested on Saturday in Tel Aviv against the new government sworn in last month. Protesters took to the streets waving flags, banging drums, blowing horns, and chanting slogans against the new coalition and proposed judicial reforms to reduce powers of the Supreme Court. Israeli resident Inbar Shani.
We came here to protest against the degradation of the Israeli democracy. We see a process where the rights of the people will be over time consumed.
Protesters hope that through these demonstrations they would be able to oust the new government. And Damar Hamlin continues making progress in his recovery while remaining listed as critical, according to doctors. AP correspondent Julie Walker reports experts say heart screening may not have prevented the football player's collapse on the field.
Doctors describe Damar Hamlin's neurological function as excellent and say the Buffalo Bills' safety continues breathing on his own. The team's daily update also says he remains in critical condition at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. Quick on-the-field emergency care, including being resuscitated in that game at Cincinnati on Monday, is widely credited with helping save Hamlin's life. But it's unclear if his cardiac arrest could have been prevented with screening. Cardiac testing, including EKGs and echocardiograms, can detect some but not all heart conditions. One fluke type of chest trauma is impossible to predict or prevent. I'm Julie Walker.
Thousands of Kurds from around France and Europe marched in Paris to show their anger over the unresolved killings of 3 Kurdish women activists in the French capital 10 years ago. The marchers are also mourning 3 people killed outside a Kurdish cultural center in Paris 2 weeks ago in what prosecutors called a racist attack. Police escorted a dozen buses bringing Kurdish activists from Germany, the Netherlands, Switzerland, and Belgium to Saturday's march. Marissa Melton, VOA News.
Please subscribe, like, or comment. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, or subscribe.